like orange. Bookie next show got the package on tour. I'm smoking that low, that shit smell like manure. Promote the pack, I'm a leaf connoisseur. Leak steady calling cause I got that heat. I got submission right there on the seat. Don't want no wish, but watch how you reach. Say by the bell, screech. No jumping, that water is deep. Before that next move, better think. You slide no ice like a ring. Where you really wanna be. Preliminaries over cheddar. Trial and error for the better. Heater on me like a sweater. Ever sweat them? No, never. Rain on them, umbrella. Early morning sunset them. I got clocking on my schedule. Count up them federals, yeah.
Last one in April, we dropped Day to Day. Little hood, little inner city movie. And this month we dropped Trial and Error.
That's a lot of work though. In a month, you dropped 2 movies.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they all was web series, so it's like I had 2 web series going on at the same time. But with a web series you can play with, you can make the shit, 10, 20 minutes. So we didn't have no time span. So what ended up happening was I tried to make it more like 30 minutes, but sometimes it go over 30 minutes. But what ended up happening is with the cast, how should I say this? When you're dealing with people when we're not doing it for money and stuff like that, they have to have a stopping point. Because if it just keep going and going, people get burnt out. So that's why I had to turn it to more like a movie. So that's why it seemed like it just back to back, but they was both going on at the same time. All we did was add endings to it.
So
check that out.
With Trial and Error, is that gonna be like a part 2 or another series?
Yeah, I'm done with web series. So with part 2 for Trial and Error and Day to Day, they have to be made. I really didn't want to do it like that because, like I said, I was doing web series, but we had so many storylines to where we had to add certain stuff in. So we had to make a part 2. The way it ended is good. You know what I mean? It got to be a part 2.
Got to, for sure.
So that's with Day to Day and Trial.
So, what made you say putting out movies is what I'm gonna do? A lot of people don't know that that's even an avenue, especially out here in Houston.
I know it's rare. Nobody really says they want to grow up and write movies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's something I always wanted to do because I started out trying to be an actor. I was an actor, but then I was trying to control the movie, and we all know you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're an actor, you're an actor. You're a writer, you're a writer. So I think I had more of a passion because I was always a daydreamer. So then as I got older, I didn't know how to apply it.
Right.
So of course we all get jobs and stuff like that.
Right. There's no script for that. There's no script for becoming a director.
Nah, I think this is definitely something you gotta have a passion for because that is nothing that you, unless you just like writing. You know what I mean? With editing, writing, story. Nah,
it's a lot of work.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, that ain't nothing you doing.
So when you decided that was your dream as a child, like what were the type of games you played as a kid to just say?
I used to bounce the basketball in my parking lot in my little cul-de-sac. Just daydream. That was my own little sport. I played football. I tried it. It wasn't basketball. I tried it, but my biggest thing was always fantasizing. I used to always just get a ball, just bounce that shit. And what I really tried to do, when I was trying to make my first little hood movie, all I did was add all the hood movies I ever seen together.
Gotcha.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah, and then as I got older, I realized, like, hey, bro, that's not your movie. All you doing is taking shit and putting it together. So,
all right. So, what was the first project that you actually finished?
Mean City. And that started off as a web series too.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's long though, and people, once again, attention span. People don't really have a long attention span. So everything I drop has always been a long project, but that's why I'm already cutting it short and focusing on smaller, short films.
How do you pull that off? Because I know as a creative, cutting out something you felt was very important as a detail.
Right. A lot of it is just extra. When you do stuff like that, not a lot of stuff you just put in. It ain't necessarily needed. And I had to do the same thing with Trial and Error. There's a lot of stuff that was in Trial and Error that didn't, on the web series, that didn't make it to the movie.
Gotcha.
But it's challenging because you gotta know what direction you're trying to go when you're telling the story.
Man, actually, tell us how you got started with Trial and Error. How you came up with it, the title.
Okay, and I'm glad I'm on that platform to talk about this. So, my people, Biz, He had introduced me
Hold on,
to...
say that part again, right quick.
My kinfolk biz, my family biz. He introduced me to this young lady that I don't have a Facebook. I guess she was doing some Facebook, writing the stories, like little love shit, whatever, cool. Hey, can I cuss?
Yeah.
I said like 3 cuss.
Right,
I'm making
right.
look, I'm just cussing.
Right,
Yeah, look, I don't wanna, all right.
This
so-
time next year, we're gonna say nah.
Yeah,
we
but-
talking about going FM, but
Nah, okay. So he introduced me to this female, like I say, she was writing some stuff on Facebook. And after I did Mean City, I was trying to do something for the ladies because after doing Mean City, people just felt like that's all I had to offer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all you gonna do is do something that's already been out. We've seen so many good movies, wah. So I was already in the process of doing it. So initially, the female wrote the dialogue. That's what it turned out to be. She wrote the dialogue for part 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
But what it wasn't long enough to me, in my opinion. It wasn't long enough, so I added around it. And then I checked with her to make sure, was it wah. So when part 3 came, it was like, hey, part 3 here, I'm ready. So I think she had some stuff going on to where she couldn't attend to it, like how at my speed, but I had already put it out under the brand.
Right.
So what I had to do, right, so I had to, what I did for part 3, I did it my way, but I let her see, like, hey, you check it out. But I think after a while, we just took out with it, man. We just put that SOS twist to it, and I ain't really go back and forth with it. So her name, shout out to Patricia. She did, like I say, start off the dialogue.
Yeah.
But when I made, and then that's another thing, when I made the movie, like I had this, by her writing the first parts, it's certain stuff like I took out because it's like the way we had already ran with it, it was kind of irrelevant to what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I did start off with a writer, and I think that was my little hustle I was gonna start doing. Cause I ain't, like I said, I'm trying shit. I don't know what's what. So what I said was I give people opportunity to write short films or whatever, and I direct them because I got the camera or whatever, and I supply the cast or whoever, wah. But it didn't turn out like that. It turned out to be just something I ended up doing, and I added my little people in it, and we took off from there, and it became what it is now.
What does your casting couch look like?
Man, it's all over the place, man. It's really homies, man. It's really just people I grew up with, they cousins, so it ain't no auditioning. It's everything on the spot.
Gotcha.
So basically, you gotta get vouched in. If you're not vouched in, it's
okay. Gotcha.
it ain't gonna really.
There's a lot of people that wanna, get into acting. They don't even know how to do so.
Right. That's why I say this is perfect. If you want to do it, but that's another thing. People start, and when it comes down to going, and that's why I say it has a lot to do with me too, because I don't really write everything from A to Z.
Right.
I be freestyling because I think when I first came out, my biggest thing was just showing the point that I'm on film. Like, can't nobody stop this. Like, if you say you're gonna do it, you're gonna show up. Well.
Right.
We gonna make something that sing, but that's a gift and a curse, because
I believe that.
if you just switch up your whole shit, then you have to run with it. Big headache.
I think that gives a little bit of room for the actor or actress to kind of shine for themselves as well.
Yeah.
That they get to put a little flavor to it when they got a
And
little room.
people don't understand that, man. You ask certain people to put music in there, or you ask certain people to do this. I mean, I understand this, at the end of the day, it's all a benefit thing, but I feel like all it is exposure, man. And I think by me being sincere with it, I don't feel like I came in there, I was trying to get something out of it. I'm like, hey, you don't have to go to Hollywood, New York, none of that. We in Houston, Texas, bro. You gotta take one nigga to buy a camera, man. Like, no acting skills, no nothing. Get in front of the camera, make it believe. Because that's what we do anyway. On YouTube, you put on, or you got your own person that you do for social media shit. Do that shit on the camera.
So, did you have any type of educational background for videography, cinematography,
Nah,
anything
man,
like that? You just went.
we went straight. The only person today that I ever known is my guy, Square Business Media. He's like the only person that I know. He's like my professor in a way, because that's the only person I ever seen that just know it with the lighting, the right terminology and all that. I don't know nothing about all that. I better learn how to edit. Like, it looked like I be doing what I be doing. Like, all I do is just come with a storyline, record it, edit together, put the music on top of it.
It sounds like in most things in life, you just go do it. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
You saw your vision when they did it instead of just saying, hey, I want it.
Look, man, you ain't gonna never feel like you're ready. If you sit back and sit up there and say, I'm gonna wait till I get this, right? I'm gonna wait till I lose weight. I'm gonna wait till I get these clothes. Man, you ain't gonna never start, bro. You ain't gonna never feel like you ready.
This man tapped me on my shoulder, so I know he wanted to say something about my weight.
Yeah, man, for people that got weight on them, man, you gotta just do it, man. You can't let that weight hold you back, man. Cause I promise I was smaller than this. I don't know what happened, but it happened.
For the kids that don't know, this is an actual route, what do you say to them?
Man, I'ma say this. I think I'm gonna go round up anything you do. Whatever you choose to do, you're not gonna really, please don't look for a lot of support from the people that you with. Because 9 times out of 10, I mean, they may support it, but if you don't know how to stand on your own, if you don't know how to be your own cheerleader, if you don't know how to keep yourself going, you're gonna discourage, you're gonna eliminate yourself. So before you jump through anything, you have to have your own confidence, you have to build your confidence, and you gotta keep it, because like I say, you your biggest cheerleader, and I personally always say is I feel like you gotta be obsessed with whatever it is that you wanna do.
For sure. So what does support look like to you? Like a lot of people feel like they need somebody to provide some money or attend every show.
Man, that's a dead end road now. You don't need, can't rely on none of that, because if you start off like that, you're gonna want to end like that.
Yeah.
And the minute you don't get a certain amount of views, or this person that was posting your shit, as soon as they stop, it ain't gonna mean nothing. So I don't think you should do that, man. You should come in this game like really by yourself. I mean, not in the sense of saying it like that, but you gotta understand it's a good chance you're not gonna get the support, the love you want.
Yeah.
And if you show enough trying to get approval, like looking back and trying to get an okay, you ain't gonna go far at all. You gotta take your risk.
Alright, well, what's coming up next? Can we look forward to?
Of course, like I said, I was gonna do part 2 for Trial and Error Day to Day, but beside that, I definitely want to do some comedy. We have to do comedy. You can't skip comedy.
Yeah.
You cannot skip comedy. You have to do that. And actually, we got Me Square Business and some other fellas, Guts Podcast. We got a horror movie coming.
You know Guts?
Horror. Yo,
Guts
Podcast.
Good.
Yeah. Guts Podcast. Them my guys, man.
Yeah.
We got this thing called Cinco Lane. So that's the newest thing we all doing.
Okay.
And that's like kind of we all writing it, but we have certain people acting it out. But like I say, it's really sponsored by Square Business Media, so it's like a big circle. You see Square Business, you see Fast Money, you see Chase Money, Try 100, Guts Part. It's just a big old circle.
Crazy,
so
man.
we all linked in.
We linked up with Guts. I can say on their podcast or anything like that, but we didn't run into them on different video shoots.
Yeah, they get a mix. Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's crazy because it's like one black, one white,
right?
dreads, bald head.
I just
they
said
hold.
in Vegas not too long ago.
What's that? Rashad Miller. I Can't Breathe.
Yeah,
I Can't
he
Breathe.
played the cop.
Yeah, he played the cop.
He had a long ass beard as a cop with a braid. It was like a braided beard.
No shit.
But he
I
still
gotta
played
check
the cop.
that out.
Yeah,
I ain't seen that.
They solid, man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So horror and comedy.
Yeah. So that's why I said the horror. The horror that we doing, it got funny dialogue in it, but it's definitely trying to highlight the skills for the horror. Like I said, I ain't never really seen nothing out of Houston.
Nah, I don't think I've seen
I don't think I've seen it.
That'd be dope.
Well, you did.
To do like a horror hood movie. I mean, like we seen it with Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah.
Right.
But to see like a newer, updated version and like a realistic horror story, maybe
Right.
somewhere like
I think the storyline is phenomenal. The way it's crazy because we thought we had it one day. We kept playing with it. The way that we got it now, I'm on this site. It show everybody's skills, everybody's teamwork.
I gotta ask this about the horror though. Or the black folks gonna trip.
Man, I think you know what? I'm not gonna say it's not typical, but then again, it's some things you probably expect to happen, but it's like I think. As I say, it's gonna be. I ain't seen nothing like it. I think anytime you do something that nobody ever done, it's gonna be live. Like because you ain't gonna know what to expect. You ain't gonna know what angle's coming from. Like
black people live in a horror story every day.
you see, you know what I'm saying? It's always something. It's always something.
Like nigga, we can't even walk outside without being a horror story for us.
Real excitement.
So I can't wait to see what you got. Hopefully it's something like different from what we used to. Because you know, I don't know if you've seen the new Amazon Prime series, Them, where it's like a black horror story.
I heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Alright, so boom, let me give you a little breakdown. So is this black family that moved into an all-white neighborhood in Compton, like maybe in the 60s. Was the 60s?
Yeah, it was the early
so maybe
60s.
the early 60s or whatever, and they're going through a whole bunch of horror shit where like these white people are taunting them and like fucking with them,
Right.
and then they flip the script and they fuck them up. I ain't gonna give you too much because you got
Yeah. I definitely
like,
want to
that's
do some
cool.
insight.
It's definitely cool, but it's like, nigga, we live that for real, for real.
Right.
Like, we really live that in real life. So I don't want to see our life. Like, I want to have a real horror story where we have a killer that's after us.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily going in that aspect. It's kind of like, I mean, anytime you watch a horror movie, when you see,
paranormal, like.
I'm gonna say it's more like a spirit type of thing.
Okay.
Oh no, that's gonna be some spooky shit.
Yeah, like spirit.
It's getting spooky.
Those, because you gotta think about any movie you watch, when you see based on a true story, based on true events, that just put that much fear factor into it. So we had to kind of come with something in that nature. But I'm gonna say it's more like spirits, like more.
Yeah,
like,
that's spirits. That's some
Absolutely.
spooky shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
because it can really happen. That's why I think it's
Yeah.
scary. The shit can really happen.
It's
Yeah,
scary.
right.
Like, I can watch you have no control over it. Like, you know, like if it's a person that you kill that person.
Right.
You can't kill no spirit.
You
None of
are
that.
new to a
Nah.
spirit.
None of that.
Yes, it's,
Yeah.
that's why I draw the line there with my horror movies. I be scared.
Yeah, that's why I
Y'all
say.
do paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say but that's why I say so many avenues. You do little monster,
Yeah.
boogeyman type shit, all that. But no, that's what it is. So y'all stay tuned. We dropping in October. We don't have an official date, but it will be in October. Cinco Lane.
Spooky season.
Cinco Lane. I'm telling y'all, man.
I'm trying to jump in that one, man. I'm definitely trying.
Oh
to
yeah,
jump
that's
in
why
that
I keep saying, man, we open with it, man. You know what I mean? But one thing is, just go back to casting. I don't know. I ain't trying to add too much, but the thing about casting, it be a lot of people be wanting to jump and stuff, but it's like, I think I gave a lot of that opportunity with Mean City and certain stuff, but now it's getting to the point like you have to fit the part. You know what I'm saying? Because people just be wanting to jump in, and it's like, that's cool, but once you get so many eyes on you, it got to be believable. So, you know what I mean? I definitely been trying to get a lot of people to understand that, but besides that, man, it's been a fun ride, man.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna set up. I probably set up a little casting or something for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Cause I was in that trial and error, man.
Yeah, busy there, man.
I think I did good.
Yeah, no. I'm messing with it. I love it. I love it.
I'm trying to keep on the team, man. What you gonna do with Mean City? You gonna bring Mean City back for a part
Man,
two?
I think Mean City so far on my behalf that's done. I have talked about it with my partner about some other stuff with it, but I think that's over with. I think that's gonna be in the books, because that was my first project, and it was errors I made. It wasn't too big, but it's like I just want to leave that completed, keep moving, just add on to the dialogue.
I mean, and that's one thing I can say about recording with you. Like it was real lax. Like it wasn't like the typical setup that you would see on any set. Man, we had fun.
Right.
We had a couple takes where, you know what I mean, we all kind of bounced different ideas around and had it two different ways.
I don't think, and that's why I had to do the behind the scenes called inside the scenes, because people don't be knowing. It's no rehearsal. It's like, y'all don't know what y'all gonna say. It's really y'all writing y'all. I'm telling you the concept of saying it, but you say it in your own words. So
we know the dialogue, but you come up with your own lines.
That's crazy.
So you don't write scripts. You just kind of.
Not at this point. And the reason why I did it like that, because I gotta think about it. When you do a hood movie, you're not dealing with actors. You're dealing with niggas that really live their shit.
Right.
So they not gonna read no paper, man. I don't care when they not. So it's like exactly. So
But you know, that's some of the best material when people ad lib. I don't know if you see movies and shit, they be like, oh, that part wasn't even playing. It'd be the funniest part of the movie.
Right. But the only thing with editing, it's like when I did people freestyle, when it comes to editing, like they may not did this part right, so I gotta match it up, and then they not never gonna say the same thing the same time. I mean the same way. That's the only flaw. But besides that, everything else be fun. But I'm definitely working on that. And that's what Cinco Lane is providing. It's like some sit down shit. Like everybody can sit down. You got some. It's another level. That's why I'm also excited about that too. It's also showing the professionalism of leveling up.
Nah, big facts. And see, people don't be understanding why our tagline Houston is Holly Houston now, because I say this a lot of times, like. The Hollywood, California, as we know it, like that shit is non-existent. And it's really looking for a new home, and I feel like shit.
You see 50 out here, man.
Like,
yeah, you see 150 out here, man. Trying to do a little something, man.
I know he's supposed to start another series that he actually gonna be shooting down here. So
no shit.
Yeah, so he came down here for a reason, man. And
shit,
we talk about that all the time about the time of the arts. Like you see everybody's doing it now. Like you see a lot of good talent and a lot of good videographers, directors actually shooting and hubbing out of Houston, and that shit, that's unheard of.
Hey, times have changed, man.
Down south. Everybody's talent's down south. Okay,
telling you,
LeBron did to Miami, huh?
Nah, and shit, what you and your team doing? Like everybody have their own identity, their own company, but y'all all moving as a unit. Like, and I feel like that's gonna keep traffic in y'all corner.
And speaking on that, I think I know at times everybody still want they own, like you say, their own identity. Everybody still want their brand to stick out, but I think we don't. And it's crazy because all of us ain't grow with each other like that.
Right.
I think it's just a sincere thing. Everybody get the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no point of just fighting with niggas that's next door. It's like they right next door.
Right.
Ain't no need to.
We
loud
and grow. Yeah.
Ain't none of that, man. We sincere family. Yeah. And like the same thing with y'all do. Like when I first came here, just this type shit, man.
Right.
Black people don't do that shit. They don't do shit like this. So,
because we stop to hate on each other.
It's like the crabs in the bucket mentality. Like,
crab in the bucket.
Pull you down.
Right.
You up? Let me go ahead.
Because I ain't there yet. So even some people that when they there yet, they just like they say want you to do good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the biggest problems in the black community is like we don't support each other enough. You go to a Mexican, they gonna tell the Mexican partner about their job. They're gonna tell them about the hey, use this use this washer at the laundromat or something. It'd be simple shit like that, and we don't do that at all. I'd be like, I'm not telling this nigga I got on at the job. I'm not telling this nigga how to get on. It's like,
they ain't high no more.
Like, nigga, this ain't your
job. I was just talking to my GM about that the other day, and I was just like, she was telling me what happened when I was off this weekend. Well, she fired one Hispanic housekeeper, and about 5 or 6 of them quit.
Because they got unity. We don't have that. White people got it. Chinese people got it. Indians got it. Every race except for black people have it. We do not have that. It's like she said, we got the crab in the barrel mentality.
But you know what? I not to defend nothing, but that really, I feel like that comes just with the tradition and the ancestors of
no, that's for sure. Yeah, but it's still the slave mentality.
They do that shit, and that's why we the most segregated. But we the most talented though. That's the craziest part.
Most talented, most sought after, most copied, most what you name it.
Definitely the most copied.
Right.
Definitely the most copied. But you know, they make it to where it's like we got to be a competition, and not only with the world, with white people, Chinese, whatever. But we also got to be just like it's kind of like the thing where black men go out and fight the world, and they got to come home and fight their wife too. That's bullshit. Why you got to come home and fight your wife too? Like we both had a bad day with these motherfuckers.
What's the drink? We gonna get on.
Come on, let's drink it up, babe.
That's wild. That's definitely the truth though. So. But like I say, with things like this is the start. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure if we keep going, somebody else will see it. You know what I'm saying? And they'll keep it'll pick up. It'll be a long.
Hopefully it does have that domino effect.
If I'm not mistaken, you can access Day to Day or Media City on Roku. Right?
Right now, Mean City's on Roku TV through a channel called WVN, Wings View Network. That's the channel. And then Mean City is on there. And what's gonna happen, Day to Day will be next. And then probably will be on there. And that's also good because I also want to print out DVDs too because I feel like the more outlets, the better. If you got actually handing it out, you got the shit on Roku, you got it on YouTube, you really can't beat it. It's just all over. So that's definitely what we gonna do. But the ultimate thing is, like I say, Netflix, Tubi, you know what I'm saying, Hulu. Of course, you know, get some shit with that. But besides that, we gonna just keep doing what we doing.
And where can they find a lot of your content?
You can go to YouTube. Right now, I'm all over YouTube. YouTube is Sacrifice for Self. It's the number 4, Sacrifice for Self. And for people that don't know, cause I know it sounds like an unfamiliar name, all that means is you put yourself first, man. That's the whole principle of the company. Sacrifice yourself, put yourself first, because you really can't do nothing till you take care of yourself. Even if you take care of a family or a loved one, you gotta put yourself first. And I think a lot of us do not do that. We do not put ourselves first. And I think that's exactly what my heart was at when I came up with it. So that's the name of the YouTube. It's also on the Instagram, Sacrifice for Self. And like I say, man, we just supporting that film thing, man. That's the main thing that we do over there.
Big facts, man. We gonna have to get you over there and sit down in a consultation with Boss Man over there, man, and talk to you about that website, because we need to get them videos embedded so you get all the dollars.
Look, that's
Look, that's why
I say it takes stuff like this. It's the foundation that y'all doing to make people like me come to learn this shit. You know, learn how to do things.
That's the reason why we created CRWND Network. He wanted to hit every avenue. Right. He wanted to be one-stop shop. So, you know what I mean, for those of you doing things like this, and you know what I mean, you already know you people, so we're going to keep you informed with the latest. Fuck all them YouTube and all these old hosting sites and all that. We're going to build our own site.
Right, and that's
also going to embed it. You got to come to my site to view all my content.
Somebody actually gave me insight about that. And like I say, I mean, the most normal thing is for you to go through something like an outlet, like a YouTube. Right. No, but that is the moral of what we build your own foundation and have everybody come up under.
Big facts.
Most
big
definitely.
facts. So, man, what was a crazy experience you had directing since you've been really serious and hard at it? Like, what's been the most crazy?
We're gonna do this since we got it on camera. In episode 5 of Day to Day, in the most worst street, probably in Greenspoint on North Barrow. This is
the ghetto.
This is what we did. We've been shooting. If you go back and watch Day to Day, predominantly, majority of our scenes are done in them apartments, predominantly. But what happened was, we shooting. Of course, we bucking. We doing the shooting scene. This is go back to the writing shit. Not having things in order.
Right.
So we running around here with chicken, like we trying to see what's what. Niggas don't want to do certain shit, whatever. So we got out these play guns. Sometimes the actors be forgetting. People don't know what we doing. Right. So we got the prop guns out. They look real in the bit. They look real in the bit. So it was so funny because it was I must say it was 5. It was 4 of us. It was 4 of us. We did the scene. They did their scene where we was shooting at them, whatever. They did their scene. Now the gangsters, the nigga that's the actors, the really that's really doing the shit, they leave when we doing it. So I'm like, all right, bet we finna go like why. So I'm finna do my last part because I don't need them. Because everybody still got to do shit. They leave. Right. So when we doing our scene, it's just me and my partner shot along third. It was me and him. We shooting the shit, so okay, I say, bet, it's my turn. So I'm up here trying to do my little best acting shit with the gun or whatever. We do it, or we was finna do, we did his scene. I seen a security guard, it's a security guard. He came through, he was like, hey, what's going on, man? I said, hey, what's up? I'm like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? He being friendly and shit. Right. I think he's scared of us. Right? Literally, I'm gonna say maybe, I'm gonna be nice and say 10 seconds. Here come HPD. They come right there. So I got the gun in my hand, so I threw the shit on the ground. I threw the little play gun on the ground. I said, all right, bro, let's just act like we talking or whatever. So I'm walking towards the other way. They hop out flashlights and guns, man. Like the real shit, like some Trayvon Martin type shit. It was so crazy because you know you're not doing nothing wrong, but they don't know what you're doing. Right. They hemmed us up.
Black with a gun, they don't do it.
Hey, and we quit, but the crazy part, that's not the last time that happened, man. But that was the crazy because it was the first. Right. They was gonna light us up. If they was feeling like it, and this was the day before Thanksgiving, so. All I'm thinking about is, damn, we ain't gonna even drop the part 5, man. I want everybody to see this shit. I'm like, damn, they ain't gonna see it. So, and the crazy part, I had my real gun on me. But, well, before they just passed this law where you can actually have it without the license, my partner told me, like, no, he was coming from the house. Like, this is where you stay at. So that's really one thing that only saved me because it was like I was walking from the house to the car. Right. But if I was like, we would have shot this shit down, it was gonna take me. You know what I'm saying? So that was the craziest because I felt like I wasn't wrong. I was doing something productive, and We could have
I mean,
lost
but
our life.
you know.
But nothing. But it was kind of our fault because it's like we didn't want nobody. We bugged. We just like, man, we always do this.
You supposed to have permits for
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, y'all ain't tell nobody like,
look,
hey,
cause we done did
don't call the police
man, look,
on us.
we done did it so many times. I'm like, man, we good. And that was the night. That was the night we tried them, and they got us. So, that was the craziest.
I need HPD. I need y'all to know. You see the sacrifice for self on the hat or anywhere around.
We don't want no trouble.
Square Business Media logos, like we shooting, man. This is just for play.
Shooting film.
Yes.
Shooting film, say that.
No, we not shooting.
Yeah, because you say shooting, they be like, oh, shit, let's shoot these niggas.
I knew the No.
I speak film. That's the language that I'm speaking.
I understand. I understood. But do they understand? You know,
right. And if they don't have no understanding, then it's they word. It's they word versus yours. So definitely the craziest. But besides that, man, it's been fun the whole time we've been doing this. So
crazy about the trial and error experience for you.
Crazy thing about the trial and error thing, nobody knew nobody. So for as sexual as it was, it.
So they just met each other like at the scenes or what?
Same. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
and they just had sexual energy. That's real good.
Weird. It's not that it's weird. It's just that people. That's a compass. Like women are like. I feel like women are big on it. So
hold on. Tell them who the star role was.
Oh man, shout out to Miss J, man.
Okay, who is Miss J?
Miss J.
Miss J is TDN model.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Listen. I'm gonna say this. She came and broke the ice the very first day she met Jay the character. I damn near thought they knew each other, man. It was some. We came to her house. Hey man, shout out to her because she broke that barrier. She could have been on something. I don't know you niggas like.
I ain't even know who. I ain't recognize who that was because I was like, man, how
I
did you get Miss J to do that?
I kept saying, like, is this?
Well, big shout out to Miss J for doing her thing.
Miss J, she broke that barrier, and shout out to Miss Kiki also. Yeah. She came in and did her thing too because, and it's like between them, I thought it was always like a slick little competition because one dark, one light, and they both had like them back-to-back scenes where they had to like. They had to do their shine, and they both did their thing. So it's blessed, man, because this. I ain't had no money to pay nobody. They just see the bigger picture.
Nah, facts.
Right.
And they made it believable, and I love them both.
Shit, sometimes you don't need payment. The recognition is
right.
payment.
It's damn it like
it's
just
blow
resume.
Blow up, it's like, nigga, I was in the first film.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Like,
That's
man,
what
I made that shit pop.
Man,
see, a lot of people don't even. What a lot of people don't know also is he used original songs and he used small businesses. The lingerie and the swimsuits, Miss J owned that business.
Skydale's, I believe.
Skydale's, she owned that business. I think it was
my boy D. He got 369. He wore if you watch it, he had it on through the film when he was working out. That's also something that's coming up. Clothing line, glasses, you know. What I'm
independent songs, like no up to date stuff. Maybe some clips, but
yeah, and that's why I say if y'all go watch the web series, totally different movie. That's why I ain't gonna say I hate. I wouldn't recommend nobody to do that. If you should kind of know what you're doing before you do it, because when I present the movie, it's like, well, we seen majority of this, but it was in a different order with a different ending.
Facts.
And then, like I say, between this copyright shit, like I say, YouTube, we going through other people instead of building our own shit. We going through their rules, and of course, if you ain't gonna erase nobody's song, they fuck with you. So we used 100% everybody. Shout out to everybody that let me drop everything on there. And same thing with Day to Day Main City, man. We definitely gonna support all local independent movements. So that's most definitely what we stand on.
See, and that's one thing I'm big on, and anything that.
No, for real though. It feels good to see a black man doing something other than wanting to be a rapper or wanting to be in the athletic field.
And
like, nigga,
that's what makes it different. That's another thing. So that's why I say I think it's something you kind of gotta have a passion for. Cause nobody grows up saying I want to make a movie.
Nah,
I want to. It is not common. So
good conversation starter. What do you do, sir? I write movies.
It's
right.
like, oh, you write movies.
Yeah. It's like, you see what I'm saying? It can go any way with it.
Write movies.
You write movies.
Imagination.
You see what I'm saying?
Give me a camera, get creative with shit. Everything fresh off the dome, no script. Like, that's live as
I'm
fuck.
telling you, but it's fun too, man. So it's so fun you don't even realize you're working, man.
Nah, big facts. Cause if you see him on set, I guarantee you will be lit by the end of the night.
Oh yeah, man.
He's definitely making you take some shots.
Yeah, we taking shots, man. That's our little comfort zone. That's our little medicine to get us through. So we definitely gonna have some drinks, but we gonna make sure we get the scenes done. We definitely gonna do that.
Now we got around a lot of barriers in our way, and he still managed to get it done. Cause our overall thing for me helping them out with the movie or the series was that I wanted to complete a project. You know what I mean? And that was TDN. Biggest thing was about starting something and finish it. So
right.
That's why I thought about sacrifice for self, because I knew I wanted him to be in charge, because I knew he was gonna stay on our ass about completing it.
Oh yeah.
The writer dropped off. Certain actors didn't show up or wasn't on time, but he made sure.
That just go back to what I was saying, man. You gotta just however you come out, is how you gotta finish. You gotta just have it in your mind. So yeah. Because like I say, professionally, you have contracts and stuff like that. But just doing it off the street, I mean, I wouldn't recommend you change the storyline, but if they playing, you will have to go around to get it done.
So you think with Guts, y'all gonna go in and y'all gonna do the casting and contracts, you gonna get a little bit more professional with it?
Like I say, this is really sponsored by Square Business. It's like really what I do, what my position in this is, I'm just, just filling in the spots. Like I say, the writing, I think we all wrote it. We all had a piece of writing, but so far as casting, the effects, the lighting, that's all Square Business. They, I'm gonna let them lead the way on this one. But I'm saying we all, it's like we all in it.
Team.
But this is that time for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said we gonna just kick back and we gonna get it ready. Cause I'm ready. Cause I'm thinking about I may just get on the set. I don't know, man. The way we got the stuff that we got lined up, I'm definitely excited about. How this gonna turn out.
When I seen the post, I got excited because crazy part about it, I think I had just met Guts a couple weeks, maybe a month or so before that. So when I seen them two connect, it was like, oh yeah, like I know, bro, moving the same.
Especially Space, man. The one with the big, he gonna bring that energy.
Nah, big facts.
He said, cause he be saying some wild shit, but it be the shit that's live though. So yeah.
I just seen him on 2 separate sets, and it was different energies. Like I Can't Breathe. It's on some that empowerment type thing, and what I'm saying, he was the police, but it was the right energy. Like it got everybody else up. I was sick that day. I might even had COVID at the time.
Oh no shit.
He got that shit, y'all.
I was sick.
He had that shit. He
I
had
was
that
like,
shit.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, cause
he had the energy, and I kind of woke up. Off of what he was doing.
And you failing to mention my energy. My acting skills was on point that day.
Oh yeah.
Give my boy business recognition.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Every show you on the show, you pump me up, goddamn. See, that's a black woman for you, goddamn.
I'm always gonna pump them up. As long as y'all doing something productive and not out here bullshitting y'all life, I will always.
Man, that's why I say it just lead by example. And like I say, you know what? Another thing I'm gonna say before I burn or whenever we get it, I think people don't understand how much people watch. I think you don't be understand. Right. Sometimes you really think you just be doing it for nothing, and you're like, yeah.
Because that's what it feels like when you're not getting the recognition or the instant gratification.
So they're not saying nothing, but they
exactly. So you feeling like, oh, these motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm saying? You on that, but really.
Then you go check your shit. You be like, damn, nigga, I got 20K views.
And it's like you say, you get them views, but you don't really get no
feedback.
You don't get no feedback. I mean, you get it, but it's not like it don't match. You knew who it was.
This one looks like you right from the
Yeah. It's
it's like you broke your sword. Keep going, cuz.
Man, this shit's so crazy, man. It's like
for me, it's people on the street, or like you said, when you think people not watching, and they come up or you stop doing it, and they come up and talk to you about the show. Like when people ask me about the session, they always ask me like, "What happened to the session when y'all bringing it back?" I didn't think it went that hard, but everybody else feel like, you know, it was.
I think that's the beauty of it, man. I think that, but to go back to, I think one of y'all said is just when people want you to do good, but they just want you to do better than them. So it's like when you are doing better, of course they can't give you the benefit of the doubt of letting you know, like, yeah, you doing your shit, bro. I mean, some people do. Some people do, but you know.
Some people do, but you'll see all the time. Like you post something on your Insta story, you'll see more views than you'll have.
Like you post a picture and ain't not near like. It's like, nigga, what?
That shit, yeah.
Y'all got 30,500 likes.
It don't. But that's
19K.
Or you post a video and it be like you got 1,000 views and 1 comment. So you mean to tell me only one of y'all motherfuckers had a comment?
Exactly.
You lying.
It's bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody had thought about something about it.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Something.
Give me the good, bad, ugly. What you think about it, man?
Is that city related though, or is that universal? Because I know, like in Houston, everybody don't want to be on dick, basically.
That's universal, I think.
But see, that's the problem with the black community, though. Y'all feel like y'all compliment another black person, no matter male or female. No, I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying, you know, some people be like, I'm not giving it. I'm not saying nothing about that.
You know what? I think that comes from rejection. Like, I think when you do shit like, when you do give people their props, you don't want them to come at them. You don't want them to be too cocky with you. Like, yeah, alright. Because you don't feel played.
But you know, some people react that way. They be like, yeah, nigga, I know I did that. It'll be like, nigga, why you can't say thank you?
That's day and night. You never know. But if I would advise you, Gil, because you don't understand that one comment mean 1,000. That may give you 1,000 ways to go forward. You never know. So always give people their props.
Nah, facts. Anybody I come across, or like we went to the same school,
right?
And you out there shining, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for you, because I would hope you were doing the same thing.
Right.
For me, we walked the same halls, the same streets, the same neighborhoods. Probably had some of the same experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. I'm for everybody black.
Oh, you for everybody black?
Yeah.
No, but for real shit, there's nothing wrong with rooting, but white people, Asians, Indians, Mexicans, they all do it all the time. We was just talking about this. They always support their people, but we don't do that. It's always that little haterism in there, or it's that
everything
but you know what?
Classified as dick ride. Like everything is not dick
ride.
Right.
But you know
This
shit comes back from like the Willie Lynch days. If you read The Miseducation of a Negro, it tells you about how it's the trickle effect. It's like, I'm going to say that the black business, before y'all even get started, before we even see what y'all doing, I'm going to say, you know, they be doing X, Y, and Z. You know they ain't doing this. They can't do it like that. And your brand and your business already fucked up before you even get started.
Man,
before you can even introduce yourself.
I'm going to say, and he always, my script don't miss me because I always say something about jobs, but that same thing with a job. I seen it so many times. Somebody come in for an interview, and a motherfucker that's worked there that's really unhappy, bro, don't apply for this shit, man. They gonna do this and that. And you killing their spirit before, you don't know what they can do before they even come in there. They probably really on some shit like, yeah, they need this, and you come in here with this weak shit.
You don't want to work here.
Yeah, like, nigga.
I know. We all used to work at the same job at this one point in time. Actually, we worked at the same job twice.
Right.
Now, these places, I will say, okay, the first one was my first job. I was 18, got my first job. It wasn't a little minimum wage job.
Right.
I wasn't like my friends dipping chicken. I was like, you know.
Yeah, you on some other shit.
We out here, we the AC type of keyboards and stuff.
Right.
So I'm thinking it's all cool. And, like, you know, I'm there for like the first year. I'm like, all right, this is a cool job or whatever. But then after a while, when you start noticing certain stuff, people are like, this for the birds. And then I'm young, so I'm like, I'm about to quit anyway, so I'll never forget coming up in that lobby, and I was like, because they shorted my check, so I came up to the front in the lobby area, but that's why they also hold like people to do interviews and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, man, y'all want to work here? They be playing with people's money.
Yeah, because you trying to get a little get back with this shit, like, But I got one for y'all.
I quit the next week.
But that's different from a motherfucker staying on the job and being like, you don't want to work here. Still here. Where y'all new job at?
I did that too.
But that's, you already had in your mind like, fuck this, but I'm talking about like.
I have done that, but it was because I literally could not quit my job at that time.
Right.
But I've had jobs like I said, my first job I was telling people that, but then my last job I told them, like I used to tell people like they be like, oh, you want to work? I was like, girl, don't even waste your time. Don't even do it.
Say, nah,
but I mean, I was still working there, but it's not because like I wasn't doing it on a hater type of thing.
Right.
Like, oh, I don't want them to work with me. I don't want them to know where I work. It's
Right.
because like, bro, I don't want you to be treated like I'm being treated right now.
Yeah, baby, I'm trying to save you from this.
I'm trying
what
to
I'm
about
going
this
through.
predicament.
But I be feeling like this, like if you need the paper, go ahead and don't even listen to my fucking opinion because I may be in a position to where I don't need this motherfucking job.
Right.
So how I feel is not gonna be the same as how you feel. You feel like I need a job, I need to get this money, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Versus me, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I don't need this goddamn job. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. You got different attitudes approach like this shit.
So it's like we not on the same page.
Like, you know. I mean, you need to go ahead and do your thing, but you know, I'm fist to deal with
We ain't.
quite frank. Like I tell everybody, you know, please form your own opinion about this. I'm gonna tell you the pros, I'm tell you the cons. I mean, but you know what don't work for me might work for you.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you supposed to look at this bitch like it's a paycheck and keep it the fuck moving.
Hey, and that I think that is the biggest concept. Look, man, everybody can't be their own boss or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, don't settle for this shit. Because what it is like you say, like I seen a quote they like, dude say, I hate Fridays, man, because you rush your whole week to get to Friday for 2 days and go do the same shit right back for the other shit. And it's like the big concept is, it's only 7 days in a week. If you ain't working every goddamn day, you only working 5 or 6, and you rushing, and then you're spending 10+ hours at the job just to make a living. But what is the living? Because you're not really.
You get 2 days. You work 5 days and then you get 2 days off.
It don't
It don't
add up.
add up. I work 5 days to get 48 hours for free.
And you.
No, I want to work 5 days and be off for 5 days.
Yeah, something like you gotta.
You gotta
Something,
meet me
man. But
halfway.
the way they got this shit set up.
I'll work 312 and you give me the other days off. Compromise, baby. Compromise.
These last couple weeks, I've been real hard on actually leaving the corporate world or whatever, and I took a couple weeks off, and what I noticed that is I think I made the same amount of money working about 4 hours a day than I was going to work for 8 hours a day.
Now that's how I did that. I literally just did this. And this is what's crazy. So I have my own business. I have a body contouring business. But before, you don't want to quit your job before you don't want to quit your for show money for somebody don't know money.
Right.
So I would never tell nobody to do this, but this is what happened. And like, I ain't gonna lie, like, when you ask for certain things, you gotta be able to be ready to receive it any way it comes.
Right.
So this is what happened. I work from home. I'm still in corporate world, right? I'm working from home. It just so happened my computer was broken for 3 weeks. The 3 weeks that my computer's broken, you don't have IT to come down to your floor to fix it. You gotta wait for somebody to come and pick it up because because of COVID and everything. You got a scheduled appointment or you got to either bring it up there. But it's all on scheduled time. They had never scheduled my time. And I had constantly email, text, call, everything. So when I'm doing this, I'm like, then that's when I realized like they call and tell me I'm not about to get paid for this. So I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So like, at first like my normal reaction would be like to get upset because like, I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. So but then I was like, no, I'm not even gonna trip. Let me just start booking some appointments, telling people, because normally I'm off on weekends and I'm off at 6. Hey, this day I'm opening up. Since like literally, I said, I had no income coming in for 3 weeks. I made my income from 3 weeks in literally 3 days.
And,
3 days.
But if you don't get no dignity, you'll never know.
Exactly. Had to push
When
you
you
into
get
that.
when you're put in a tough spot, man, that hustle. If you don't
have it
don't
in
kick
you.
it in, it's not in you.
The whole pandemic.
It's been a big.
I lost my job when the pandemic hit, and I was like, nigga, I didn't hurt for nothing. Have my own business, Nature's Creative Glow for your skin.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get about Jesus. So we
The soul glow. It's for your soul too.
Right.
But the whole thing about it is you can't be scared to go out there. And you may not make nothing your first week out there by yourself.
Right.
You may be struggling like a motherfucker, but you gotta have faith.
The difference is instead of clocking in and going to work for somebody else and putting 8 hours of your time into somebody else,
You put
you
8
put
hours
8 hours into yourself.
And that's why at this predicament, I don't think it'll be hard for me to go back.
Sacrifice for self.
Yeah.
What a hell of a plug.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm putting me on this.
Nah, I think, but you know, I think that comes back to capabilities, man. I think you have to, as you get older in life and find out who you are, you gotta know your capabilities because, like you say, if you was never in that position, you would have never known. You have to be in certain positions to understand your capabilities. I feel like a lot of people don't know their capabilities. That's even with when you're talking with somebody in a relationship, or because you may feel like you can't do nothing or get better than this person. That it's all capabilities, man. Once you know your capabilities, can't nobody stop you.
Yeah, so. But like I said, sometimes you gotta be put in certain
predicaments
to see that.
Most likely that's 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, you gotta be
forced into it. Then a lot of people not just gonna take that initiative because one, they don't feel comfortable. They don't want to leave. When they secure, when they for show money for some maybe. Like she was saying, like you may not make your money like the first week you out there, but you know you keep pushing. We got social media. You post social media. You even gotta have like millions of followers like to do that. Then I'm pretty sure, like, you can have 1,000 followers. You have somebody on your page you feel like got 5,000. Repost that shit, bro. It don't take nothing. It don't take shit. So people really be free into your story. Yes, and like, now I'll tell you, like,
top support right here. Swear to God, she gonna support you to the motherfucking end.
That's what it's about, man.
Clothing, skincare, body couture. She don't give a fuck. She is going to support.
Like you say, and it take that one person out of all them money, it may take that one person to reach out.
That's the thing. The power of social media, people underestimate that because, like I'm telling you, like I said, I make that money back in 3 days, and like this is what I'm saying. My business page literally had 10 followers. I have over 200 followers now. This just happened a month ago. Not only do I have over 200 followers, when I dropped this, I had did a sale. 50% off. I ain't never did no sale like that ever in my life. You know, 50% off, you're not getting all your money. But then not only that, listen, I'm about to tell you, this is crazy. 4 people reposted my stuff. Out of those 4 people, each one of those 4 people brought 4 people in, so now I got 16 new clients I ain't never had. Now my money done doubled. Then not only that, they booking more. Then they bringing more people. People don't even follow my page.
Right, and that just go
word of mouth.
I'm telling you that shit is real, and it's not gonna happen overnight either.
No, so I think you gotta put the footwork down and you gotta stay consistent. That's the biggest thing. Stay consistent.
If that consistent is gonna
because the moment you out of sight, you out of mind. Ain't nobody worried about you. It's like, oh damn, you was doing this, and then it's like,
and then
then it be like whatever, because the next hottest thing.
I showed them that be me. I'm like, what happened to so and so? And this is not a new business I had. I started this business last year when I first started going to my classes. When I was doing all this, this was only so. I had a model here, and she took out time from her work. I was like, look, friend, I can pay you X amount of dollars for this day. I don't know how much you make that work. She was like, don't even worry about it. I got you. She pulled up on me 3 days in a row when it was only supposed to be 1 day.
Everything.
Yes, flies, everything.
That's like I say.
On the consistent tip, the day that you stop doing what you're supposed to be doing,
you lose half your
gonna fall off. That's when the actual haters gonna show up. I knew you was gonna fall off.
It is crazy.
It'd be a hater in the background praying on your downfall. I swear to God, you could feel the energy. I know it's a motherfucker talking about me hating, hoping I fall and I fail and that my shit don't pop. But if I stay consistent, fuck them. And I'm gonna get the support for where I need it.
And if it's coming from a sincere spot, I like to say that word a lot because if it's sincere, that means like I know y'all know what it means, but it's more like okay, I don't need nothing behind this. I just feel like this is what's you can always go forward.
And it's always only like 5 sincere motherfuckers out of 100. It'd be like the
being nice saying 5.
Yeah.
Really being nice.
Really being nice. I'm telling you, the 4 people that were posted, 2 of them is in the room.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I be talking about.
2 of them consistently. Well, no, I ain't gonna lie. He reposted one, but he don't be on Instagram that much, so I ain't gonna ever fault him for that. But when he did get on there, he did repost at the very beginning. But like I said, out of the 4 people that reposted, 2 of them is in this room, and 2 of them was people I ain't seen in about 15 years. 10, 15 years, but just to support, like, I see what you do, you trying to do better, just for the betterment, like, not hater type of stuff. And I do the same thing for people, like, I don't even have to know you, but if I see that you're doing something, like, you trying to get yourself out here, put your footprints in this world, make something create generational wealth for your kids, your grandkids, man, I'm never gonna stop. No, I don't stop nobody's paper. I don't stop that.
Can't stop, won't
People
stop.
that's genuine about support, they're not gonna ask for no discount.
No.
At all.
Hello.
That's
Hello.
Never.
They been my guinea pigs. Niggas trying out new shit that could have bucked their skin up. Niggas have been guiney pigs. Been supporting me. They never not once asked for a discount. Ain't never buy shit on sale. They always pay full price for everything. And it be the little shit like that make me keep going.
And she offered us discount cards.
Hella discount.
Because that's what you do. When you know that shit, you like,
Because I'm not, I gotta get out of the short change her, but I'm gonna go to Victoria's Secret and knock it up. I ain't gonna, they ain't finna give me no fucking discount. I ain't gonna give me that same bullshit sales and that really ain't a sale, but they don't say
right, exactly.
So why would I shortchange somebody that I know? Like, I'm not finna do that.
Exactly.
Niggas be like, discount, a sale?
Yeah.
No way. How dare you? And it be like, dog, it's a sale for everybody. It's not just for y'all.
Yeah, it's like they extra that homie discount, that family discount.
Man.
But you know what's crazy? My family was asking me for discounts, but these niggas not once has any of my friends or my peers or anybody asked me for a discount. Family be like, I can't get that family discount. Fuck no, nigga. You know what y'all pay for this shit? You won't pay these motherfucking family bills.
That's what but when you go to these stores, you don't ever question the milk.
No.
When you buy the milk, you buy it for whatever the fuck price
The
is,
milk
right?
is $2.97. Do you think I get that for $2.15? You're not gonna go
That's
to do
that
that.
shit be
So
weird,
stop
man.
doing it to your people. That's why I say I feel like it don't have to be like the amount of followers you have. It's who you have as your followers.
Right.
You don't have to have. On my Instagram, I probably got like maybe 1,400 followers. I don't really care about my Instagram. My Instagram, I used to try to keep that intimate with like my partners anyway.
Right.
My Twitter, on the other hand, I got like 6,000 followers on there.
Right.
So yeah, I'm posting my, when I see somebody, especially like my friend shit,
Right.
I'm gonna repost it on my Instagram because I know people. So when I know I have people like who
Okay,
will actually do, I'm not.
Well, whatever.
Never. Really, you know, be plugged in. But I'm saying
My nigga really plugged in.
So I'm gonna repost her shit on. I'm gonna
I
repost my partner shit. I'm gonna repost my sister shit on my Instagram, and I'm gonna go do it on my Twitter because on my Instagram I can go through my views maybe. Just because I got 1,300 friends, that don't mean all of them for the watch. Your views will show you 200 people don't watch it, 300 people. Okay, that's that. I go on my Twitter and go post it. Out of 5,000 of them, 2,000 for the watch that. They gonna see that, then they'll reach out like that. So but that didn't cost me nothing. Come on, that motherfucker
That's
anyway.
what I'm saying. They don't cost you shit, man.
It don't cost you shit to click.
Plugged in. You kind of plugged in
tweet.
yourself, man.
Yeah.
Them numbers is not just like no basic numbers. Like you said, 20K.
Man, look, and you know what? When we
We
started.
ain't even made it to another Sunday.
Right, and you know what's funny? When I first started picking up numbers, that was the number one thing, bro. You bought this shit. I'm like, bro.
Boy, you think I'm gonna?
Real, first of all, a nigga not gonna pay to do that because they gonna charge you so much.
Yeah.
Second of all, like, I'm like, bro, who doing it? Like,
It's a lot of motherfuckers.
you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is doing it, but I'm saying, like, so far as the area, you gotta think about it. Like I said, if you get one motherfucker in there, and then they like, oh, I'm in there. They gonna watch it for them, but then if you got the other homie and he promote, it's a rule. It go 8 different ways. So
especially how you plugging in people. I think that's really the key.
oh yeah, man. I be telling everybody jump on the train, bro. Because I'm saying, at the end of the day, when shit start picking up, it's not gonna be the same assets.
It can't be.
It's not gonna be, and I be telling people.
And then people always want to get on when it's too late. It's like, nigga, I'm already popping.
They want to wait and see. They want to wait and see.
Nigga, you was the first nigga in line. Like now you.
But it's like, why you ain't want to get on from the ground up? I want you from the ground up. If you not from the ground up, no, you cannot get on this motherfucking train once it take off.
And it ain't even know. Like I told you, so trying to be dropping nuts, but it's like, bro, you had the perfect opportunity to do this. And now you showing your character. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
But you know, like you said, it's like when people they try to wait, like you said, the guinea pig type of thing, like with these stocks and stuff and cryptocurrencies and stuff like that.
Right.
When they was talking about this stuff 5 years ago, literally not a soul. I have never heard anybody talk about it.
Right.
I swear to God, I wrote a paper on it.
Yes.
I wrote a paper on it in college. I was like, what the fuck is Bitcoin? I wrote a whole paper and I didn't know what the fuck it was about.
Right.
And then I went back a couple of years when I see it start again. I was like, hold on, let me buy some Bitcoin. And boom, now this shit booming.
Yes, it's like everybody
I was gonna say it's down right now, so it's time to buy.
vibe.
Time is
time to dips.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. I did that. Okay, so I got mine put in a few years ago. Because my kid's dad, he's into that type of stuff. And I'm like, whatever. You want to put our money into that, you don't take a little bit. Don't take too much. You know, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. Yeah, but I mean, it paid off. It's paying off good because we never pulled out. Like, it's in there.
Right.
So that type of thing is cool or whatever.
And they were saying like basically the value of the dollar it's not gonna even get to the point where it's gonna be about money. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but they like
it's actually worth it. Why you think a lot of places?
Property, bro.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Dogecoin, There's so many places taking Dogecoin as a payment. Man, this girl.
Doge or Doge?
I thought
it was Dogecoin. Because they have a dog as a. It's just to eat and throw motherfuckers off.
Y'all know what we talking about.
Yeah.
D-coin.
Yeah.
D-coin.
The one with the dog.
I'm trying to get, like I say, Cinco Lane is like really the first thing we doing professional in the sense of like shit like this, like sit downs and stuff. So when I come back on the scene with mine, I'm kind of gonna repeat the same type of formula, maybe a little different. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely having some kind of order.
Except for the federals. 2012, my little partner went federal. All the years I ain't seen him in several. Print that check on that name, make it legible. Can't put that bitch on no pedestal. You gotta come with an offer. Come drop it off at the off. Price going up, shit cost. You can't finesse. Nah. Smoking on granite, that purple, that pow. Blow out your brain like a hit with a song.